good morning, beautiful people. I'm coming to you on this Saturday morning with a live chair yoga video. So all you need for the purposes of today's practice is a chair, preferably one without sides, but if it has sides, we can use that. We'll work with whatever we have. And yeah, I'm gonna post this later in the private Facebook group so that if you are unable to follow along right now, no worries, you'll be able to do it later. So once again, it'll be a short chair yoga sequence available to all levels. So beginners, people who have never done yoga before, you'll be able to follow along with this as well. So grab yourself a chair. Just for video purposes, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm really short. If you've never met me in person, I'm like 5'1". So I have a big pillow behind me because I can't sit back and my feet touch the ground. But either way, I want you to have something behind you so you're not pressed up against the back, so you can bring yourself forward, but keep your posture, keep a long spine. Like we're in school and they're telling us to sit up straight and sit up tall and be a good student. But anyway, I'm really random, as you'll learn as you follow along with my videos. Anyway, we're gonna sit up tall, come to the edge of your seat so that you still have control. You're not gonna fall forward or really fall backward. And then your feet are flat on the ground. Feet are about hips distance apart, and your ankles are stacked underneath of your knees. Since we are not flowing, I have socks on today. It's okay to have socks on because we're not gonna be moving much. Sit up nice and tall, allow your shoulders to roll back, and take a second, bring your hands to your thighs, your quads, so we can take a second to ground ourselves. When you wake up in the morning, hopefully you woke up with fresh energy and a good mood, but it doesn't always work. Sometimes we wake up with feelings of last night or feelings from the week, especially with so much going on. So I want you to take a second to let that go, because the next couple minutes are for you. It doesn't matter about anyone else. It doesn't matter what happened. Now is the time for you to come into self and to just calm down, because you deserve a moment of peace. You deserve a moment to just let your body flow and move. So believe that and soak that in, that you deserve this moment. And then open up the eyes. We're going to start with a simple inhale. Reach the arms up. Bring the palms to touch gently, fingertips, then the palms, and then exhale your hands to your heart center. We're gonna do that 2 more times, so inhale, arms reach up. Palms come to touch, and we exhale our hands to heart. And then last time, inhale, reach those arms up. Take up so much space, And then fingers touch, palms touch, exhale, bring the hands to your heart center. Take your right hand over to the left side of the chair. Bring it across your body. And my arm is short, so it's not really grabbing the chair, but I want you to get a good grip so that you don't slide. And then we're gonna sweep our left arm up and over, and our gaze is gonna look up to the left, looking past our left arm. And then that left arm comes down. Bring it over to the right side. Left arm is going to cross in front of your body. So left arm comes and grabs onto the right side of the chair. With our right arm, we sweep it up. Find length in the side body. And then turn. Open up my shoulder. So I'm not crunched. I'm going to open up my shoulder and look up to the right. I'm going to let that go, turn back to center. Both arms return to their natural sides. Then I'm turn the palms to face up and inhale the arms up. This time palms do not touch. I'm going to exhale, press all the air away, flipping the palms back over. So inhale, palms face up, reach up, look up as well. And then exhale, palms release. Create a little bit of space between the legs, but still stacking the knees over the ankles. And let's add in that hand movement. Inhale, reach the arms up. This time on your exhale, we're gonna fold our chest over our thighs or in that little gap between our thighs. So on your exhale, palms come down. As your palms come down, so does your gaze, your belly. Maybe you bring your hands to your ankles. Let your belly rest, let your chest, your shoulders, let everything rest. And then inhale, we rise, arms and palms start to lift up. Exhale, we fold together, forward fold, let that go. One more time, 3 is the number this morning. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, press it out. Let go of anything that no longer serves you. Let go of negative thoughts, negative energy, and fear. Inhale, we rise back up to standing. Exhale your hands to heart center. Let your hands rest at your heart center, Anjali Mudra. Take a second and set your intention for this morning's practice. What do you want your Saturday to look like? What do you need today? And then release your hands by your sides. Bring the legs back so that they're hips distance apart. You're going to keep your right knee bent exactly as it is, and then extend your left leg. So straighten out that knee, extend the left leg. Your left heel rests into the floor. However, your left toes are going to face up to the ceiling. This right knee is going to stay bent. And you stop where you feel the stretch. We're going to feel a stretch in the back of our left leg. So you're going to start to hinge at the hips and start to fold over. And if you already feel the stretch before you reach for your toe, stop where you feel. Otherwise, if you have a little bit more space, you're going to maybe take your hand to the outer edge of your left foot. Maybe you take your hand to the inner edge of your left foot. If you have even more space, maybe you rest both hands down by your foot and fold over the left leg. We're going to hold here for a few seconds, so allow your head to drop. Don't worry about looking at the camera for the moment. Just look down at the video, not the camera. If your right knee starts to splay out, practice hugging it in actively. So our knee isn't splayed out, our right knee is hugging in toward the body. And go ahead and start to slowly rise up. And the cool thing about videos is if you are in a stretch and it feels really good and you want to stay in it, you can pause the video and stay in that stretch. For the purpose of the video, I'm going to continue to move and not keep us in the stretches for too long. But you can stay in these stretches for anywhere between 1 to 5 minutes, even longer if you practice yoga. But if you're new to yoga, I would stay in that 1 to 3 minute range. So we're switching legs. The left leg is going to bend. You're going to straighten your right leg, heel to the floor, toes face up. Still on the edge of our seat, but we have room so we don't fall forward. And I'm going to start to bend, and it's a different side, so different opportunities. Maybe you go deeper, maybe you go a little less deep, so you can reach toward the foot and pause. You can grab the foot, grab the toes, or let your hands rest on the floor. Fold over your right leg, and remember, if your left knee starts to splay out, bring it back and hug it into center. This feels really good in my hamstring. Go ahead and start to lift up, come back to a seat in your chair. You're going to bend your right knee and scooch back a little bit so you have more of your sit bones on your chair. I'm going to do a seated figure four or seated pigeon pose, bringing our right ankle to our left knee. And it'll look different on everybody. So try to place your right ankle onto your left knee. If that's a lot in the knee and a lot in the hip joint, you can place it like on your calf. If that's like way too much, place your pillow on the floor and just bend that knee. Place your ankle onto the pillow so you still feel the stretch. So you have 3 different options for the same pose, same stretch. But if you can, right ankle on left thigh. Our foot is flexed. We want to make sure everything is active so we're getting a good stretch. You should feel this stretch in your right hip. Your right quad feels really juicy. You can have a couple options to make it deeper. You can gently take your right hand to your right knee. Slowly press. So you don't want to place a lot of weight on that knee. You can slowly press. If you have more room, we can start to fold. So bring one hand to your foot, one hand to your thigh, not really the knee, and start to fold your chest forward. And if you have even more room, that feels so good. If you have even more room, you can release your hands down to the floor, let your head and your chest just fall heavy. Whew. Early morning stretching is juicy. I'm not going to stay for too long, but I encourage you to pause the video if you're following along later and stay in this stretch for 1 to 3 minutes. Especially now that we're stuck at home, sitting on our couch or sitting in the bed, we really need to keep moving and keep stretching our fascia. I have a lisp, if you haven't noticed. It's great. But I'm accepting of myself as much as I can be. All right. Oh, that feels so good. Okay, go ahead and lift the chest, come back to a seat. Let that right leg fall to the floor, and we're going to switch right into our left side. So it's a different leg. That doesn't mean you have the same opportunities. You can be deeper or maybe a little less flexible on the other side. So listen to this leg. Don't just force it into whatever you did on the other side. Left ankle comes to right thigh. Same 3 options. You can stay seated tall and maybe gently press the left hand to the left knee. Gentle pressure, not a lot. You can bring your right hand to your left foot and start to fold over your chest, or you can release your hands down to the floor, fold your belly on top of your thighs, and rest there. Hope everyone is having a blessed Saturday morning. If you haven't gotten outside, and I don't mean out in the streets moving around, I mean stepped outside in the last couple of days, just step onto your front porch or open up your front door and just breathe in the air and then come back inside. Don't stay out there. Our health professionals need our help to slow the spread of this virus, and I completely understand. Even though we want to be out and about, we have to take care of ourselves and our community first. Stay here for about 10 more seconds. And remember, you can pause where you would like. You can continue on. You can stop. You can do whatever you need. It's the beautiful thing about yoga. It's just your practice. Start to lift your chest. Roll the shoulders back. And allow that left leg to come down to the ground. And we're going to take a seated eagle pose. I love eagle. It's one of my favorite balance poses. We're going to take it seated. It should be a lot easier than our traditional eagle. So our left leg is going to stay bent as it is. We're going to wrap our right leg around the left. So for your balance purposes, bring your hands to your chair. And I want you to lift your right leg and really wrap it around your left thigh. What we want to try to do is get our right foot behind our left calf and hook it, squeeze everything together here. But if you're unable to hook it behind, just let it dangle by your left foot and keep squeezing it so you feel that motion, so that one day you will get it behind when you continue practicing this pose. So we have our legs into eagle. If you need to scoot back a little bit, feel free to do so. I don't want you to shoot forward. And for arm purposes, we have a couple different options. We're going to all at least do the L shape together for our eagle arms. So make an L with your right arm, L. We're going to make an L with our left arm, an L. Sit it inside. Right arm is on the bottom, okay? 2 L shapes. Option 1, you're going to grab your shoulders. A lot of men do that. You have those huge biceps and triceps, and it's hard to kind of squeeze everything together. Another option, this is my right hand. I know it's weird on video. This is my right hand. Right hand. Bring the backs of the palms together, and you can grab fists, wrists is what I'm trying to say, or fingers, palms, whatever you can reach. Lift the elbows and pull the palms away from the face. We want our elbows to be at shoulder height if possible. Keep squeezing everything together. You can practice lifting your leg and pressing back. And then release that pose from the arms. You'll slowly release from the legs. Before we go into the other side, let's take a quick goddess pose. So sit back into your chair. Open your left leg to the left. Open your right leg to the right. And then if you have space, see if you can pull. Dang it, Sean. I hope my video is still live. My boss just called me. And yeah, hopefully this video is still going. We were in goddess pose, opening our legs. Bring your hands to your knees to encourage them back. You can leave your hands there or bring them into cactus arms. We want to line from shoulder to elbow. And then we're going to come back into goddess on our other side. So release your hands, bring your legs back to center. Our right leg is going to stay bent this time. And we're going to lift our left leg and wrap our left leg around the right. So lift your left leg up. Cross it over the right. Really squeeze the thighs together. Maybe you can use your hands to encourage them to be a little bit closer. This is our left foot. And we want to try to bring it behind our right calf, or you can let it dangle over there and just continue working those muscles together. With our left arm, let's find our eagle arms. Left arm, L shape. Left arm is on the bottom this time. L shape with our right arm. Sit your right arm inside. Option 1, shoulders. Option 2, bringing the backs of the palms together to work toward grabbing wrist or palms. Lift the elbows, pull the hands away from the face. Keep that squeezing motion going in the legs. I feel like this pose should be called twisted pretzel. I say that a lot in my class. Like, I feel more like a pretzel than an eagle. I don't really feel majestic right now. I feel like a pretzel. I feel majestic like a unicorn, but not an eagle pose. Go ahead and release the arms first. And then we will release our legs. I'm extra, I'm gonna do a little dance, but you can just bring your right knee into the chest for a moment. Maybe you even rest it onto your chair if it's a lot to hold it on your own. And then right leg comes down, left leg comes into chest. And then rest it. So bring your feet underneath of your knees, your ankles under your knees, and then you're gonna lift your heels so just your toes and your ball mount of your foot are pressing into the floor. Shift your weight forward, shift your chest over your thighs, and bring your arms into airplane arms. So arms are active behind us, palms are reaching. We're gonna get a nice little stretch, and not really a stretch, we're gonna get a nice little muscle in our calf, and just continue pressing forward if you can. Keep the heels lifted as high as you can. Think about those ankles pressing up toward the ceiling. And then bring the heels down, sit back into your chair. We're gonna do Warrior 2, and then we're done with our chair yoga for this morning. I'll post another video into the private Facebook yoga chat that's not a chat, but a group, and keep you guys moving for the day. So we're going to take Warrior 2 on our right leg. It's going to look a couple different ways on different people. So everyone, at least, start by turning your right knee out to the right. You want the little fleshy part under your knee to be close to the edge of the chair. Plant your right ankle underneath of your right knee, and then turn your left knee out. So for some purposes, Warrior 2 is going to stop right here, and that's A-okay. We'll work to getting the leg behind. If you feel a little bit more space in the body, you're going to bring your left leg all the way to the left side of the chair and open up that left hip. My left leg is straight and my left toes are facing forward. My right toes are facing out. Left toes face this way, right toes face this way. I'm going to keep my right knee facing out to the right. Extend my left arm behind, my right arm in front. This is my chest is facing forward. And I'm going to turn my head to the right to look over my right fingertips. This is Warrior 2. We still have that invisible line from the inner arch of our left foot to the heel of our right foot like we do in our standing Warrior 2. So yummy on the hips. Really great since I just woke up. I can't speak for you and won't speak for you. Take a second to flip the palms over to face the ceiling. And then rotate the palms back to face the floor. And then do that one more time. Flip the palms up to face the ceiling. Rotate the palms down to face the floor. Drop the left arm to your left leg. Flip only the front palm so the front palm faces up. We're going to reverse our warrior. So our left hand slides down our left arm. We reach up and back with our right hand, getting a nice stretch in our right side body here. Look up toward the fingers, press it back, and then come back up to seated. We're going to switch to our left leg. So come out of it however you need to. No fancy transitions here today, even though I have some for you. Switch to the left side. So your left leg is going to come over to the left edge of your mat. My left ankle is under my left knee. Extend your right leg behind you. And now we've switched. So my left toes are facing forward. My right to the left, my right toes are facing forward. My hips are open, but let's find that invisible line. Right now I don't have it, so I'm gonna shift my right leg back a little bit more. We have an invisible line from the inner arch of my right foot to the heel of my left foot. Keep pressing that left knee out to the left. Extend your right arm behind, left arm forward, and then look over your left middle finger. And just like on the other side, we'll rotate, flip the palms up to face the sky. And then do the opposite, flip the palms over to face the floor. And then again, flip the palms up to face the ceiling. Rotate the palms to face the floor. Keep pressing that hip, stay active. Flip the palms up, and then flip them down. Let your right hand rest onto your right leg. Flip your left palm up. We're going to let our right arm slide down our left leg. Reverse your warrior. Reach up and back with the left arm. Get a nice stretch in the left side body. Ooh, good morning. Press up even more if you can. And then come back to seated. Arm comes forward. Release your hands. Come out of the pose. Send both legs forward for a second. And then open up the thighs. Create space just like in the beginning of our practice. Inhale, sweep those arms up. On your exhale, press the air out and fold forward over your thighs. Let everything go. Bring your hands together behind your knees, kind of underneath of your knees. Let your head drop. Hold here for 10. Just let go of everything. 6, 4, 2, Bring your arms out in front of you. Let them touch the floor. Slowly rise back up to a seat. Let your arms hang, head hang. Sit up nice and tall. Take a few seated cat-cows. So for cow pose, you're going to bring your hands to your knees. Shine your heart forward, arching the back, lifting the chin a little bit. And for cow pose, you're going to do the opposite motion. Round your back. Press away like I'm trying to press away from in front of me. Tuck my chin to chest. And then opposite motion. Inhale for cow. Press that chest forward. Roll the shoulders back. Lift the chin and the head. Exhale for cat. Rounding the spine. I feel like a little turtle, like I'm tucking into myself. Turtle, turtle. Am I not turtly enough for the turtle club? All right. I'm authentically myself. Shout out to Master of Disguise, the movie. And do your cat pose. And on that note, have a fabulous